Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of 3 Strixhaven draft. Alright, rare, abundant harvest, choose land or non-land, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind, put the card in your hand. Probably not what I'm looking for. Burden Mastery gives you a big time ramp, also probably not what I'm looking for. Necrotic Fumes is a pretty good lesson to search up. I think I still just want the Heated Debate though. Just instant speed, can't be countered removal that deals with anything. Well, not anything, but deals with a lot of things. And they can't deal with it, which is nice, because it can't be countered. Apprentice is in here. Dust Speaker's in here. Those are great cards. I really like this card a lot. This one's fun. Get a lot of value out of that. Pledge Mage is good. The Poet's playable. Hunt for Specimens. All the Learn cards. Not all of them, but most of them are pretty good, I've noticed. I'll take the debate. I don't think it's up for debate. I think we'll take it. All right, in red, now we've got straight nothing. So we've got Is It or Boros that we can go into. So Kelpie Guide and Is It, really strong card. Lets you ramp, also can tap things later in the game. Probably the strongest card in here. Other option, Relic Sloth or Stonebound Master, or Mentor rather. It's also Professor of Symbology for more of a Boros route. I do like that this is like a 2-1 that just gives you another card in your hand, but I really like Kelpie Guide, actually. I think this is a good card. I like the Tenured Inkcaster. I think it's a fun card, too, but I'm going to go Kelpie Guide, since there's no straight red card. And the fact that this ramps and can tap things, I think that's pretty valuable. All right, the pick now. If we... Well, we can take a look here. Strategic Planning, not terribly exciting. Pop Quiz, not bad. Pledge Mage can be good. Fractal Summoning can be good. So most versatile are the Pledge Mage and the Fractal Summoning. It's probably Summoning is the most versatile. Good card to search up. So I'm okay taking it. Keeps us more in blue. We might not be in red. We could also be in Simic, depending on if it's open. This kind of leaves us open to both colors, but the problem with Pledge Mage, this Pledge Mage, is I feel like you don't really want to play this outside of, I mean, it's not necessarily true. You can play it outside of Is It, but it's obviously made for Is It. And yeah, Fractal Summoning versus Pop Quiz. I think I'll go with the Fractal Summoning. It's a good lesson to search up. Oh, Faithless Looting. That's kind of cool. This can be good with, this can be good with certain cards in the format. But I'm probably looking at like Pop Quiz. Be able to find Fractal Summoning and draw a card for 3 mana. That's good value. Reject, Counterspell. I've played against it, haven't played with it. Test of Talent's more of a sideboard card. Golden Ratio, a bit of a build around, feels like. Tome Shredder is probably a good card for Is It. Quite good for Is It, I would say. It's got good synergies too. It's a decent argument for taking Tome Shredder, actually. Especially if we get good spell creatures. I mean, this can just pump itself every turn. Maybe I do go Tome Shredder. I guess taking the Pop Quiz would leave me still more open to like playing Simic, because I could cut the Heated Debate, although I don't really want to. All right, choices here. Well, this is what I was talking about with the Serpentine Curve being kind of a cool Is It little build around sort of card. Play stuff, spell creatures essentially. It's kind of cool. And if you exile them with Tome Shredder, it doesn't matter because it still gets buffed. Elemental Masterpiece is a cool top end card too, though. I might even like it just more than Curve. I feel like it's quite a bit more expensive though, but more versatility. There's also Pop Quiz, so we can find our Fractal Summoning, but I could just main deck Fractal Summoning too. It's also Pledge Mage, which is good for these decks as well. All of them are good. Teachings of the Archaics is a rare lesson. It could be a valuable card to search up. But a lot of times I feel like it's just divination. You know what? I will go Pop Quiz. Probably get the Curve back. It's not a popular card outside of this archetype, I imagine. So we could take the Effigy. It's got Tome Shredder synergy. Or we could take the Battle Seer. It's just a good body that can at least block Scry. It's got haste. Good combination of abilities. I might like the Effigy more, though. I guess Kelpie Guide can ramp right into battles here. That's kind of cool. 3/4 is a better body than 4/3 too. Leaves your graveyard. I mean, I can't really deny one cheaper for same. I mean, 4/3 is not the same as 3/4, but one cheaper is significant. It can't scry and it doesn't have haste, but it's already got synergy in the deck. I don't know. I'm okay with it. So we can take the Serpentine Curve now. So also make your mark, Archway Commons. Yeah, we'll go Curve. This is the right deck for it, so. Alright, Spectacle Mage is cool. It's got flying. And otherwise, Spirit Summoning is a lesson, and Illustrious Historian. We don't have any 2-drops. Might be a little bit safer, but it's cool. I really like Spectacle Mage with Fractal Summoning at the very least, so it kind of makes sense. Probably find more along the way, hopefully. Alright, Apprentice on the wheel is a good sign. It's a great card. Very, very strong. Gets in unblockable often. Passing a Prismari Campus for it, but I'm okay with that. Square Up. Technically a combat trick. Could take the Adept. Could take the Introduction. Currently just have Pop Quiz to learn. But getting a catch-all is pretty nice. I don't know how I feel about Adept. It's probably fine if you're getting flooded. We don't have much cheap going on. I'll take the Adept for now. Alright, another Pop Quiz. Seems perfectly fine. Or we could take the Strategic Planning. Planning could arguably be better. Maybe not, though. I think the value of Pop Quiz probably can't be overlooked. Especially if we end up with more lessons. Alright, I guess I could take Reject. Blood Age General, do we even have Spirits going? Yeah, we have like one. It's also just a random 2-drop. I don't really like Reject anyway, so. Alright, got the Curve back. Also Elemental Masterpiece. Both decent options. Probably take the Masterpiece, just the versatility of it. Arcane Subtraction is actually fine too, but we'll take the Masterpiece. That's fine. Wow. Couple second to last pick playable cards. We'll take the Battle Seer. I want to try it out. Whirlwind Denial's not bad either, though. It's a fine counter. Wow. Tanazir Quandrix. Well, I want to play this. We don't really have +1/+1 counter stuff going on too much. We have the Prismari Apprentice and Tome Shredder. Actually, Tome Shredder's a pretty good one. And I guess we have the Serpentine Curve. Maybe we have more than I gave credit for, and Fractal Summoning. What are the chances we can splash Quandrix? I mean, it can't be great. Is there something I'm giving up that's incredibly strong for it, though? Probably not. And I mean, this can definitely finish games. So maybe we just take it. See if we can splash it. Archway Commons or find the Simic dual land. Snow Day is another option. Solve the equation if I wanted to dig up something. Problem with our deck right now is basically have 0 pieces of removal, which is definitely going to be a problem. We have a Heated Debate and nothing else. We need to find some more. Ooh, this is a good one. So you can exile an instant or sorcery from your hand, put 3 hone counters on it, and then you can remove the hone counters, and you can cast it for less. It's okay, not that great. Nasari is good though, right? 5 mana, 4/4. Exile top card of each opponent's library, and you can cast them, pay any mana. Wow, yeah, we'll do that one. Dust Speaker's in here, I really want that too. Spectacle Mage, Elemental Summoning, Trickster, like all of the cards we want to play are in here, but Nasari seems really good. You just exile the top card of the library and then you can play them. I think I'm on board for that. So, this is a bit of a miss. I guess we'll go Fractal Summoning. Yeah, it seems like a good pick here. We'll take it. Illuminate History. Discard any number of cards. Draw that many cards. If there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you get a Spirit. It's okay. It's a lesson. Otherwise, we could take another General. They're only okay too. Dispute. Not bad. It can give you Learn. Maybe we'll just take this. I can't imagine a lot of times that I would use it, but we have Serpentine Curve. Synergies, maybe. That's a weird lesson. Maybe I just want another General, actually. I don't think they're that great, but we might find some more Spirits, even though they're primarily in Boros. That's true. But we might need more cheap stuff. We don't have a ton of cheap stuff going on right now, so could be valuable. Pillar Drop Warden's kind of cool. You can get back stuff like Elemental Masterpiece or the Fractal Summoning. That is actually kind of cool, and it can block. Or we could take another effigy. It's also Symmetry Sage. This is kind of the deck for Symmetry Sage, but it's still not even that good. Serpentine Curve, another option in here. Warden could be good, especially if we don't end up main decking the summonings. Find them off Pop Quiz, get them back later. Can block a lot. Alright. I mean, this is the right deck for Pillar Drop Warden, so I'm okay with it. We could take another General. I mean, they work well with each other at the very least. Otherwise, just claim the Firstborn, but probably don't need that. The Steals. No, I guess we'll take the General. So Lorehold Campus. Campus Guide lets us splash Tanazir Quandrix, so I think we probably take that. Yeah, okay. Campus Guide's a fine card too. It's not great, but it's playable. Another Pop Quiz. Fine with that. Or we could take the Arcane Subtraction. Not bad. It's one of those two over the Curate. Access Tunnel is actually not a bad card too. You can win the game with that. Pop Quiz just seems really good. I like the Subtraction too, though. I mean, they're both good. We already have 2 Pop Quiz. Alright, versatility speaking, we'll take the Subtraction. Snow Day, solve the equation. Another expanded anatomy, more learned stuff we can find. Snow Day does seem pretty good. Let's give it a try. I could see it being valuable. Got Pop Quiz. Ooh, we got the Dust Speaker back. I love Dust Speaker. I think this card is really strong. It does weaken a couple things in our deck, but just getting to play off the top of your library like that. Honestly, maybe I want the Spectacle Mage as much as I want the Dust Speaker. It does kind of interfere with some of the stuff we're trying to do, like the Serpentine Curve. This can make things cheaper. We have stuff I want to make cheaper. That's tough. I could go either way on that. Reject maybe for sideboard. Probably not, though. But I probably don't need Vortex Runner either, so alright. Take the Dispute that I don't really need. Got the Curve back kind of as expected. It's fine. It's a good card for us. Take a Steel Creature effect here. Wow, Blade Historian. This card is nuts. I mean, we have to pay 4 red for it, but that's a super strong effect. So we'll take that. Giving all your attackers double strike is really strong. There's another Heated Debate in here, which is unfortunate because we basically have 0 pieces of removal other than Heated Debate and Arcane Subtraction. Guess somewhat Snow Day, but whatever. Yeah, I want the Heated Debate, but I gotta take the Blade Historian. That's a really strong effect. Expressive Iteration is some awesome card draw, but I think we take Heated Debate over it, sadly. I love card draw, but at the same time, I want to be able to kill things. Let's put the Fractal Summonings in the sideboard for now. We can find it. So let's take the Debate. Maybe the Generals can get the cut. I just basically took them in case I didn't get enough spirits, but they're really nothing special. Soothsayer Adept isn't either, but it's okay. And it's nice that Masterpiece can help us cast Quandrix as well. That's good. Well, I would think this is where Quandrix Pledge Mage kind of shines the most, seeing as we've got a bunch of like creature, non-creature spells. So let's take the Quandrix Pledge Mage, rather. I mean, I can upgrade Adept if I really need to. We have better card draw options anyway. Just 1/3, it probably can block reasonably well, I imagine. So, nothing special here for us. We could take the Sudden Breakthrough. It's a combat trick that also can fix for our Mythic. Probably makes sense. Interesting card there. So Pest Summoning, I wish we could cast that. Shaman. Do the Befuddler. Do we have stuff that I want to target my own guys with? I don't think so. No, not really. Could do Befuddler, I guess. I don't really want it. But there's maybe some matches where it could be useful. All right, another chance to get a Dust Speaker. Probably just still taking Pledge Mage. I like it more for what we're doing. I think, like I said, this is kind of where it's going to shine. We can take another Campus Guide, or we can take the Spectacle Mage. We have quite a few things. Well, not Quandary, it's just Snow Day and Masterpiece. Maybe it's not that many then. Well, no, that's not true. It's also the Fractal Summonings that we dig up. That's true. That is true. Or we take another Campus Guide to help fix for Mythic. I'm going to go Campus Guide. I want to play this Mythic. I want to run one. Well, we'll do this. Probably don't need a third Serpentine Curve anyway. So now we can just run one Forest, and that makes me feel pretty good. Another Pop Quiz, or we can play the Access Tunnel. I don't think we have space for Access Tunnel with the Splash and Blade Historian, so we'll go Pop Quiz. 3 Pop Quiz, maybe too many, but that's all right. Not a huge deal. We can take the Battle Seer, but we actually want removal, so I'll take the Burying Books. Especially since it gets cheaper, too. All right, I'll take Summoning. It's a good lesson to have for sideboard. None of these cards matter. Maybe that for sideboard. None of these cards matter. We already have Reject, right? Can't imagine I'd need more of those. Maybe First Day of Glass consideration. I mean, I'm not playing any of these cards anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We have plenty of Learn. How many lessons did we get? I think we got a good amount. 2 of those, 3. Thought I got more. Wow, second to last pick, Dust Speaker. I mean, Dust Speaker is just good enough where I might just do it anyway. Despite the fact that it's anti-synergy with some of the cards. Definitely doing just 1 Forest. We're doing, I assume, more red than blue because we need 4 red. Oh, we need double blue too. Man. This deck's not going to be easy. Still doing the extra red. I want my full art lands to get out of here. Do 7, do 8, and we'll do 1 green. I think we can get away with 17 lands. Probably our curve's not insane, and we have Masterpiece and stuff to splash. And the Campus Guides to find lands. Yeah, we're probably fine with 17. So, creature-wise, we can easily cut some creatures here. This, I don't think we ever really want to cast as Uvilda. I think we want Nasari, which means we have quite a few 5-drops. I guess Burying Books is kind of a 3-drop, kind of. Maybe we're off the effigy plan. What am I mean, Pillar Drop Warden has a lot I can dig out for us. So I want to keep that around. Maybe the Battle Seer. It's okay, but... Probably don't need 3 Pop Quiz. I think 2 is kind of a magic number on that. Sudden Breakthrough, Combat Trick, or Arcane. I feel like Learning's better, but... Yeah, I think keep our Learn cards, probably ditch 1 treasure card, probably the Breakthrough. Definitely want to keep the Kelpie Guide. Maybe cut the Effigy. I like it, but probably can go. We can cut more creatures. If I so desire. Yeah, I guess Battleseer can probably go. Yeah, Adept can go. We don't need that. And then easily one more creature if I want. Or we could cut a non-creature. I kind of wanted to try out Snow Day, though. Especially with, like, Spectacle Mages. Could probably cut a Serpentine Curve, honestly. I've already got 2 Fractal Summonings that I can find off my 2 pop quizzes. Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, Fractal Summoning is not the same as Serpentine Curve, but Summoning is arguably, you know, better with the Spectacle Mages anyway, so. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks kind of cool. Splashing Tanazir. Well, I like what it potentially does here with the Fractal stuff. I think it's potentially pretty cool. And making their base power and toughness after you double the counters on them is pretty good too. We can double on Pledge Mage. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right. We'll run it like this and see you in round 1. We have more blue than red, is that right? Well, hopefully these campus guides help our mana base out a little bit. All right, we'll see you then. All right, round 1. Yeah, we should probably mulligan. Unfortunately, 1 land would really... Because any land will do it, too. Oof, that's tough. And we're on the draw. Because 1 land gets us 3, and 3 gets us 4. And I really don't like mulliganing. That's tough. I think I'm going to mull. That's unfortunate. It's a tough mull. So now we got to go to 5. We'll keep that. Probably ditch like a Warden. So far from Blade Historian. Alright. I mean, we're literally 4 mountains away from Blade Historian there, so probably doesn't make sense to keep that either. If they have removal for one of our guys, I'm probably blocking here regardless. That's fine. So we'll play Nasari. So instant and social spells they cast cost 1 less. Can deal 1 damage to each opponent, and if you've drawn 3 or more cards this turn, she deals 3 damage to each opponent. She's got an emblem where whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you may pay 2. If you do, copy it. It's kind of cool. Let's do Sorry here. That's too bad. So I can do this and block the 3/2. Alright, so we'll go to game 2. Let's see what the plan is here. We have much of a sideboard, so we can counter stuff. We can do Befuddler. Not really feeling that. But they are like a hyper aggro thing, and we're looking a little bit slow. But Campus Guide is good, and it trades with stuff, so that's probably fine. Soothsayer Adept, actually. Well, I guess it's not that good. Do I want to... I don't really want to ditch the splash. It's kind of an easy splash, I feel like. No, I think we're good. I think we probably just run it back. We just need to survive. Need to have a good opener, etc., etc. You get it. Play first. Yeah, it's fine. I think I would have tapped that. So, I mean, I could use the Masterpiece to help pay for the Dust Speaker, but it seems a little too... I don't know. I don't love it. I think I'm going to bury this in books. Like, it does mean they're going to get to recast it, but... I don't know. It's a good opportunity to cast it, I think. And it lets me buff my Tome Shredder, too, which is nice. Okay, so I can do Pop Quiz here. Just attack. I'm assuming they have Heated Debate anyway, it's fine. So, alright, we'll pass. Oh, I should have done main phase Pop Quiz, because I could have drawn a land. But now I guess I'm happy I didn't, because I can Heated Debate that. And did not get the lands. Alright, we'll do Pop Quiz. Didn't get the land, that's okay. So I guess we'll do the summoning instead. And attack for 2. Sure. So now we can do our own Dust Speaker. It's unfortunate because I still don't think Reject is that good of a card, but it did just get us there, mostly because we were missing our land drops for a little while. Alright, so now we're just a land away from casting Masterpiece too. I think that might be a reasonable argument to pick up a land off Campus Guide, because then I can just slam Masterpiece guaranteed, which seems pretty good here. So let's do the... Oh, never mind. I don't need it because I have the Spectacle Mage. Yeah, that's true. Let's do Mage And just Campus Guide. And then we don't need to search up. So we'll definitely trade here and take 4. Oh, now I can't do the Masterpiece though, huh? Whoops. I guess I can still do Elemental Summoning though. Which is fine. And I can still potentially do Masterpiece if I rip one of my lands like I just did. So we'll attack. Oh, well, that's good. Well, Timely Blade Historian looks like it did some work for us this game. Guess they know we're splashing green now. That's okay. Is Burying Books not really what I'm looking for this game? Well, no, it deals with tokens. It's okay. I guess it doesn't really deal with Dust Speaker as well as I'd like. I think there's a reasonable argument to ditch Burying Books and maybe just get Pop Quiz for more just sort of general value. But all we have for, I mean, is summoning and, yeah, that's true. We don't have like a boatload of things to find with Pop Quiz. Alright, I'll use Burying Books as like a 4/4 killer then, I guess. Yeah, I guess we can keep this. Hand needs a little bit of help, but... Alright. Ask and received. Kelpie Guide's a good one too. So I'll do the Kelpie Guide, and then I can do a turn 4 Nasari, which is pretty good. Keep the mana open. I might just do Pop Quiz plus Arcane Subtraction instead. Or I could just do the Pop Quiz. I don't want to get my... They have all the open mana, so I don't want to just do my guy into rejection or whatever. And since I can still just Pop Quiz, it feels worth it to me. That's a good one. So, I guess with Spectacle Mage, summoning has more potential upside, but we do have the second blue. It's going to be a while anyway, I think, even if we... So this is probably fine. Alright, Pledge Mage, another thing I can do. So I have access to 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana this turn. But only 2 blue, so I can't do Pledge Mage plus Arcane Subtraction. Which means I can do Fractal Summoning for 4 to block their Elemental Mastery. It's essentially the same thing, but I'm paying 1 more mana for it. Or I can just cast Nasari now, but we take 6 because... And if they have removal, it's pretty good. But it plays around. Alright, I think we just do Nasari. They have 80 debate, so be it. They might play Frosting to tap it, and then I can untap it too. Not that that really does that much. Alright, they had exactly what they needed, which is fine. So we'll take a boatload of damage and hopefully figure out what we're doing. They had both, as a matter of fact. We were wondering what they had, and it turns out they had both. So, good to know. So, 6th land. We'll go Spectacle Mage plus leave up Arcane Subtraction, I think. So I'm out of flyers, so I feel as though I'm probably going to lose 2 flyers here. Alright, we'll see for the next one. Alright, well, not a super exciting hand here, but we'll keep. Alright, it's a good draw. Yeah, I suppose we can get our green mana now. I should be playing my red mana first, because I need 4 red for, but I guess Pledge Mages too. Honestly, it's kind of a tough call either way. It's more, I guess, dependent on what you have in your hand. Alright, sure. We'll go with the land they know about, play the Tome Shredder, and pass. Alright, so we can go land, attack with Campus Guide. Okay. So now we can block with Tome Shredder, use Pop Quiz, Exile it. Sure. Sack our Shredder. Take 2. Do pop quiz at the end of their turn. Get the summoning. Play another red mana. Play. Sorry. I guess we'll take it. They bluff me, they got me. It's all good. So I can play that, or is it only if it's a non-land? Cast spells. Yeah, that's good to know. So I think we'll just... I can play a 4/4 summoning. I'll do the Apprentice. I like it more. It's each upkeep too? Oh, it's your upkeep. Right. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, village rights. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so I'm ready to do fractal summoning now. Let's get a 4th red for... That's a cool one. So we'll just attack with everything here. I guess I should flunk. I should have flunked now before the damage goes through or whatever. Although I guess they still have a card left in their hand, huh? Alright, well... just flunk this. Just allows me to get in for more damage. I didn't have to show them that, but not a big deal. Alright. So we got game 1. As far as sideboard goes, we can counter things, we can make things smaller. Resculpt, I guess. Maybe it's good against removal. Probably is. Did they have a lot of removal? They had Mage Onslaught, they had Flunk. They have Umbral Juke it doesn't work against, but any of the spot removal it works against, which is kind of nice. Yeah, it's not bad. I definitely like varying books in this match if they have +1/+1 counter things. But they're just going for like a... No, I think we're okay for now. Alright, Mull the Zero Lander. I don't really like the sand, but we'll keep it and probably ditch like probably a Warden, I guess. At least I'm thinking if I get a red mana, Shredder gets online with like maybe Pop Quiz. I guess that actually makes sense to do this in case I draw the Quandrix Pledge Mage. Kelpie Guy, that's a good one. So, we'll actually do Kelpie Guide first. The ramp can't be overstated. I mean, it only lets us play a 5-drop next turn, but it's fine. I'm okay with it. Sure. So, at this point, I'm kind of okay attacking into the Researcher. They want to trade. Yeah, okay with that. Spectacle Mage does make burying books cheaper, so we'll do that. Pass. You can also do Pop Quiz here too, which is kind of cool. Could see myself wanting to do that. But I might just bury in books. Do I need Kelpie Guide? Probably not. I like it, but I don't need it. Sure. Sure. So, Masterpiece. Kind of lost my duels to ramp that out, but that's alright. We'll do this. Draw, that's a good draw. And then we'll take the... I guess summoning's only getting better because I'm going to be... I mean, if I draw another land, I'm doing Masterpiece. Otherwise, I'll just do the summoning. That seems fine. Yeah, Campus Guide is good too. It can get me my green mana, so I think we'll do that. Unfortunately, a little bit slow here, but it's okay. I don't really want to do Fractal Summoning as a 2/2. Guess I could have done it as a 4/4. Still wouldn't have been able to block the Blood Researcher, though. Oh, it's got Death Touch and Menace, huh? Alright. So Dust Speaker seems pretty good. Best use of mana is the Fractal Summoning, but getting free spells off Dust Speaker is a little bit too good to pass up here. Maybe Quandrix would have been better, but yeah, it's probably true, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I just felt like finding removal to deal with the researchers seemed kind of valuable, but I don't know. Well, let's get in with the Dust Speaker for now. Alright, so we can do... none of my creatures have +1/+1 counters on them, so it doesn't matter. Well, there's one of these debates. I was looking for that for a long time. Lost to our opponent who had 3 whole mana. It's a bad sign. I don't like that feeling. It makes me feel my deck's not very good. If I can't beat an opponent with 3 mana, it's not a good sign. While I have 35 mana and a grip full of spells, it's not a good sign. So I'm getting concerned. Definitely concerned after that game. Actively concerned about what my deck's doing. Can't beat 3 lands. Very worrisome, very worrisome. Do I want Resculpt to deal with Baleful Mastery, Flunk, Flash? Sure. You know what? I'll give it a try. And maybe ditch the Serpentine Curve. Yeah, that seems fine. We've got Fractal Summoning anyway. Don't want to spend 1,000,000 mana wasting time, so it's all good. Hmm. No. Oh, that's fine. Is this gonna add anything, right? Yeah. Alright. We're okay then. Actually, I land away from being able to tap with the guide, but it's alright. Let's just make a 6/6. So they can give it -5, -5? How does it work? Guess I can't double pump it, but we'll just resculpt. Which is fine. I guess we don't quite want to do it just yet. Could untap my 4/4. I think we'll still just tap this. Alright. Got there by the skin of our teeth, and they didn't even have green mana the whole game. I'm starting to have some doubts in this deck. I'm not loving it. Kind of liked it after the build phase, but I don't know. I haven't been too impressed yet. We'll see how it does in round 3. Alright, round 3 we'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. It's a good hand. Blade Historian's one of our stronger cards too, so we'll do the Spectacle Mage and then we'll get back on track towards this Blade Historian. Still a mountain away from being able to play it. I guess I can do Heated Debate too. No, if I draw the 4th red for Historian, I want to be able to smash for 8 in the air. That's got to be pretty close to threatening lethal at that point. Okay, so I guess we just force him to answer it. There's a lot of answers for it, but I don't want to hold off. I'll make him kill it. Then I'll probably Heated Debate the Trickster and hope to race them with the Spectacle Mages. I mean, the thing about the Blade Historian, it doesn't take long for Blade Historian to be nuts. That's not what I was expecting. Guess it's just 12, but then we can kill both their guys too. Did I ever tell you how much I despise Arena's algorithm? I know I have, but I guess I should have waited for attacks. It doesn't really matter. We're going to kill him anyway. But yeah, I really, really hate Arena's matching algorithm. It's one of the things that drives me the most crazy about Arena. I really don't think it should be matching on power level or whatever they claim it does, because it just ends up matching by the cards being played. And do you really just want to enter a match where you're playing against the same cards your opponent has? Is that really what you want to do in your draft? So I guess people who enjoy that, you can reach out and tell me why. I'd love to see a comment on why you'd like to just be matched with people playing the same cards that are in your deck, but otherwise it really does not make a lot of sense to me. So, mirror match. Saw some 2/2s. They got the Blade Historian we got to think about. And that's about it. Not much other information given. We don't have much sideboard. We have Resculpt, which was good against a deck that had a lot of spot removal, so we could consider that if we see some spot removal. I guess that's it. I don't know what to sideboard. I think we're good. Yeah, it's a good hand. All three colors. We'll do this in case we draw the Quandry's Pledge Mage. I can do the Elemental Masterpiece as a treasure token if I so desire. Kelpie Guide's a good draw. Alright, so they do have removal. So Resculpt is something we can consider. Blade Historian is drawn, so we can consider that. Could do it off the Masterpiece. But I think for now we're probably just going to do Pop Quiz. Heated debate. So I think safety-wise we can do debate plus subtraction. Kind of okay with that. So we can do Snow Day. More damage prevention. Guess I should have played my Forest. It's okay. Because we know they have the introduction to Annihilation, so we'll tap those two. And we can ditch, I guess, Pop Quiz. We've got plenty of stuff we're going to stay busy doing. Next turn we'll have 8 mana. Not sure all of what that's going to let me do. So they can deal with I can't cast 2 spells this turn anyway, so we probably just do Dust Speaker, plus Archway Commons. So got 9 mana, which means we can do Blade Historian plus Elemental Summoning. We'll do that. Alright, so we could do Pledge Mage, but I think we'll just do the summoning now. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can get an 8/8 out there. We'll just do that. Guess I should have attacked first, but it's alright. I mean, another option is to block the Tome Shredder and trade off my 8/8 and just them chumping the Blade Historian anyway, so I think we'll do it this way. I can threaten lethal, but they can just jump with the Adept, so it's not good enough. Alright. I guess it's not actually over, it's just pretty much over. Alright, we'll go to the next game here. So Resculpt. We only saw Igneous Inspiration though, I don't know if I want to do that. We can do Reject to counter Blade Historian, but I don't really think that's gonna work all that often, probably. How many actual instants and sorceries did I have in my graveyard in that game? 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just trying to see how many. Yeah, my guy would have been like an 8/8 or 9/9, the Serpentine Curve, but that's pretty much a fractal summoning anyway. Could do another pop quiz. Could do the Resculpt. Resculpt on a Blade Historian is not the worst, actually. You know what? I'm going to consider it. Because if I do it on an opposing one, and they're banking on all their guys having double strike, could actually work out. Could get some good blocks. It's kind of a what if, but I feel like the Serpentine Curve is just really not that necessary in this deck anyway, so I'm okay with it. Let's see. If I do create a treasure token, turn 3 Kelpie Guide. But the Masterpiece gets cheaper with the Mage. I don't want to get too ahead of myself here. Oh. So, pretty much the same thing, huh? I hope they play one too. Just be such a perfect representation of this algorithm. So we'll do the Spectacle Mage because it makes stuff cheaper. Because then we're at least a land away from... We're actually at Snow Day and we're a land away from Elemental Masterpiece, so that seems pretty good. I think we'll do the Snow Day. So we'll attack with Spectacle Mage. And then during their upkeep... Yeah, how do I get to their upkeep, though? Stop before next turn. There we go. On theirs. Okay. So now we'll go... Alright, didn't find the land, so I think we'll ditch probably a Pledge Mage. We already have one. And they're color intensive as is. Sure. So, still just can't find that land, unfortunately. So we're at 5. Can do pop quiz. I mean, I'm a land away from... Yeah, I think we dig for the land. I think we hope we find the land. We did, thankfully. That's good. So, guess we can do the summoning because we have the Spectacle Mage. We can go land. They have 1 card left. We have a grip full of cards. I feel like I'm most likely not blocking. I'll just attack here. If they want to block, it's fine. Like, it makes our stuff cheaper. I'm going to be away from Elemental Masterpiece, but I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got plenty of things to do with this hand. So we'll get our green mana. There's no shortage of things to do with this hand. got 6. They're a land away from turning that Kelpie guide online. I think we'll just go Pledge Mage. And I think I'll just Heated Debate, kill the Kelpie guide so they can't tap my guys down. And leave the Campus guide back for Stormkin killing the artist. Good one to have. Sure. So we'll take 3. Kind of wish our last cards weren't that, but what can you do? So, behind on the race, behind on the board. I've got more action in hand. They have a catch-all removal. Guess I just do a 5/5 fractal summoning here. Big issue now is going to be the, well, maybe the Tome Shredder. I'm not exactly sure. We'll see. I mean, I have Burying Books for it, so I guess that's not the biggest concern. But they also have the effigy thing going, plus I have to deal with Frost Trickster, so it's a little tricky. That was a cool drop. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Didn't especially want to see that. Guess I could have just done... Yeah, that might have been smarter to just do the subtraction, actually. Because now they're going to get their Trickster back. That might have been a mistake. I think I was too hasty there. Because I might have needed to do it for the Tome Shredder. It's probably true. I guess I could have made it a 6/6. Oh, the Spectacle Mage, that's right. Get a little sloppy here at the end. Tells you what kind of day it is, or not what kind of day it is, how late in the day it is. Wow. Well, I suppose it doesn't get much closer than that, does it? Well, won by the skin of our teeth and got 2-1. This deck wasn't being as cool as I would have liked it to have been. I was kind of hoping it would be a lot more sweet and awesome than it ended up playing. I mean, granted, we did win 2 out of 3 matches, but I feel like there was enough, I don't know. It's not like it did it in impressive fashion. It just happened to just get enough cards to outgrind our opponents there. But I don't know what was wrong with it. I think it was just maybe too slow. Does that sound about right? Probably too slow. All right. So we got Putrify, Blade Historian. I feel like first pick, if I open this, would probably just be the Blade Historian. It's a great card, very strong. I like removal, but this... I mean, I guess they're both technically dual color, but this fits in 4 different archetypes, whereas this only fits in 1. So, and I think Blade Historian is just much stronger. So I'd first pick the Blade Historian pretty easily there. Vanishing Verse. I mean, certainly playable removal there. I'd probably be okay first picking it. It only fits in 1 archetype, though. Maybe Invocation seems like a pretty expensive one, but 6 mana, 6/6, and it only scales from there. This would be an underwhelming pack. Maybe the Poet, just because it's the 2-drop with potential evasion. Yeah, that could probably be it. Valentine, Dean of the Vein, Lisette, that'd be an easy first pick. If that wasn't in here, I'd probably take... kind of like this Assistant. Gets you your removal back. I could see taking that. It also leaves you completely open if it was a pack 1, pick 1, so that could be good. Alright, and finally, Culling Ritual. Kind of a cool card. I don't think I'd first pick it, though. I'm probably looking at Closing Statement, Creative Outburst. I mean, this is expensive, but... 5 damage to any target plus get a card, and it can be a treasure token. That's pretty cool. Spiteful Squad is a good card. I mean, a lot of good cards in here, and the Invocation. A lot of dual color cards to start it off. I'd probably go with the Closing Statement just because you can play it for a reduced cost, and it's a potential 2-for-1. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.